How come nobody is responding to me sending links to the Punchy Players parodies? I think those things are hysterical. I must have watched several of them 1,000 times this past weekend. The Judy's trip to the grocery store, and I'm gonna sneeze. Excuse me. This is a bad allergy, or it's been on the news. Judy's trip to the grocery store, and Ann Miller's hoarding episode, and Audrey Hepburn as the flight attendant. They crack me the hell up. Like I said, I think I've watched each one of those about 1,000,000 times. Oh. Hi. But anyway, not too many people are replying. Squincy thought they were funny. Let me think. Oh, I was going to do some tag questions because I thought of a couple. I'm always looking for the little pine trees. I still think it's very strange that you can have big adult pine trees, but you don't have any baby ones. Where do the big pine trees come from if there's no baby pine trees to grow up to be big ones? Look at the leaves fall. We're going from temperatures near 100 this week to dropping to lows in the 60s next week. It's about a 50-degree drop. And I've read in some weather posts that this winter is going to be, because of La Nina, I believe, it's going to be exceptionally cold and snowy here. So isn't that lovely? Okay, to my questions. Have you ever caught yourself giving human emotions, feelings, attributing them to an inanimate object, or something that isn't human, that isn't alive? Now, I do this, and I blame my oldest sister, Pat, for it. She's some 14 years older than I am, and she and I were very close. She's the oldest, I'm the youngest. And she would play with us, with our toys, and she would make our toys seem like they were real, and would give them voices and characters, and she would, as we were playing in the games with our toys or whatnot, our dolls, our stuffed animals, whatever, she would give them feelings, and like if we left them behind or something like that, she would make them out to be sad. Like, "Aw, you're going to leave it there. What if, its feelings will be hurt," and all this. So I blame her. But I remember when I was a little boy, I was upset when my father was going to sell his old stereo that had always been in the house since I was born. And I remember apologizing to the stereo when nobody could hear me, because I felt like it was like he had human feelings, and it would be sad that we were selling it, like we were betraying it. It was a member of the family, and we were selling it off, and I just couldn't understand how we could do such a thing to something that had always been there. And I felt the need to apologize to it and tell it, look, it's a deer track, and tell it not to worry, that I would be back and I would buy it, and it would be back in our family again. So To this day, now I am what? 48, I'll be 49 in December. When I want to sell something on eBay, like a teddy bear or something that I have purchased and that I really no longer want, and I see its little teddy bear face looking at me, I think, how can I sell this? It's going to be sad. I catch myself having those type of feelings. Like I need to apologize to it for not wanting it and selling it off to somebody else. I know it's crazy. I'm copping to it and I'm blaming my sister for it. But anyway, do you catch yourself giving human-like feelings or emotions to inanimate objects? Or things that aren't even human or alive? That's my first question. Sometimes you feel like a nut. Sometimes you don't. Almond Joy's got nuts. Mounds don't they really, don't you know? You'll understand that bit of nonsense if you're watching Punchy Players. I've been pestering Busby with my Judy Garland impressions. I want at the Piggly Wiggly.
I'll be passing among you with food for purchase. I would like to have served you a nice pate, some vegetables and extra virgin olive oil, but instead we have partially hydrogenated everything.